this started recording just as the guy in front of me decided to slam on his brakes. So it's a good thing that I know how to pay attention to the road and not just to you guys. How are you? I hope you're all fabulous. I was listening to a podcast and then a CD on my drive home. Well, not really a CD, it was Spotify. It was a CD that I was listening to via Spotify. And I was singing, belting out the jams. And I said, you know what? I want to record. So I'm here and I'm going to record. I am driving, so again, guys, the same as always when I'm recording and driving, paying attention to the road, not really to the camera. So I apologize if you feel like I'm neglecting you. It's not neglect. I love you all dearly. And so that's that. So today I want to talk about like the teacher life, the teacher struggle, because this week has been a weird week of teacher struggle for me. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Sound good? All right, so now that I have merged successfully onto the freeway, this week has been a weird teaching week. You guys know I teach at 2 different schools on alternating days, and this week, my Tuesday, Thursday classes, that school is on spring break, so I haven't had to go to work Tuesday or Thursday morning, which has been amazing. But that doesn't stop me from having Tuesday, Thursday class struggles. So the first kind of thing about the teacher life that I want to talk about today is a situation that happened with one of my students between Monday and Tuesday. So I mentioned a few times in vlogs that my Tuesday, Thursday students were recently working on an essay called the Rhetorical Analysis Essay, where they had to take an article and then break it into its different tiny rhetorical elements and assess and evaluate how well that author did in structuring and supporting their argument. So they had that essay, they got their grades back. I complained about that a bunch of times. And then they had their conferences with me and a week and a half to work on revising that essay for a better grade. Here's my little philosophy on doing revisions. I know that there are some professors who will not let students do revisions, and I know that there are some professors who will say, okay, well, you can do a revision, but you can't get better than a whatever grade on it. Like they put a cap on your revision because it's like a second or new draft. And I'm sorry, but I think that's super bullshit. When I let my students do revisions, I tell them this. It is my goal not to punish my students, not to like be a critical existence, not to make their lives harder. It's my job to teach them something, and their ability to learn and to grow and to show progress is what is most important, especially in a writing class. We talk about the writing process and doing drafts and doing revisions, but then we don't allow the students I started getting a phone call. We don't allow the students the opportunity to actually incorporate that writing process. It's like, brainstorm, outline, draft, revise, proofread, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But then we give them a grade and we say, okay, now that I've given you this grade, you're done. Put it in your back pocket. Don't come back to it. It's over. And that's not fair. So we have peer review. They go through peer review, but they always have the chance to do a revision, and the revision is for like a whole new grade. I tell the students who did poorly, who got like an E on the original assignment, you have the opportunity right now to earn a 100 out of 100 on this essay. I'm not going to penalize you for trying again. If anything, the students who do poorly and make the effort to do the revision should be rewarded no matter what. But that's not always the case, and that's kind of what I'm getting at here. So I had a student email me, I believe it was late on Monday, I think. I don't remember. No, it was late on Sunday. They emailed me late on Sunday, and they said, hi, I'm just wondering if you had a chance to grade the revisions yet. So I emailed them back, and I was like, yes. And this particular student was upset because, or I'm assuming they were upset, they were asking me because they received the same grade on their revision as their initial grade, and it was a failing grade. It was a 23 out of 100. A generous 23 out of 100. So when I emailed the student back, I told her, yes, I did. Unfortunately, your revision didn't show significant improvements from the original draft, and it still didn't meet the assignment requirements. Because that was the biggest thing. They had to do this rhetorical analysis. This student wrote a report. It wasn't even a good report. It was just an okay report about the topic. So that's what I said. I'm like, you didn't meet the assignment requirements, and your revision still was not good. And I sent it off. And then I got another email shortly after that said, so did I still fail it? That was it. No, introduction, no closing, just, so did I still fail it? Because I'm driving, I cannot express to you physically what went through my existence, but basically my head was going to explode. My eyes rolled so hard that I had to go catch them off the floor. I didn't respond to the student immediately because I couldn't. I really try super hard, and I pride myself on being able to deal with these kinds of issues very, what's the word I'm looking for? Neutral. I'm very neutral when I respond because I'm a very passive-aggressive person, and it's very easy for me to slip into passive-aggressive tone when I'm dealing with students who ask me ridiculously dumb questions. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to be condescending. I don't want to sound like a bitch. So I put it off. I waited a whole day. And then I finally responded to her email. And in a really nice long email, I said, yes, your grade stayed the same. You had my original comment on your first draft. You had your grade breakdown on the grading rubric that I gave you after the fact. We had conferences where you had a one-on-one opportunity to talk to me about the grade and about the essay. Plus, you had a week and a half to work on it where you could have emailed back and forth with me. I was like, so you didn't do the assignment description. You literally did none of the things I told you this essay had to do. And I ended it with, in the future, it would be very helpful if you utilized the resources that were available to you so that you can succeed. I sent her this yesterday morning. It's now been over 24 hours, and she has not responded. I don't think she's going to. And so that's just one of the fun little stories I have. Otherwise, this week has been pretty good. I'm saying a lot. I'm feeling really fired up about I don't even know what. I'm just feeling weirdly energetic. I don't usually feel super pumped at the end of teaching. I'm usually exhausted physically, mentally, and emotionally. But right now, I'm feeling pumped. I'm feeling good. And I'm going to go home and hope that translates into productivity there. I would really like to, when the hubby gets home tonight, I would really like to sit down with my Kindle and read through some old National Geographic articles for my dissertation. I feel like if I say it here and put it out there, then the likelihood of it happening is more likely. It'll hopefully happen. I'd really like to do that, but I also have other things to do, like housework kind of stuff. It's my turn to do the dishes. So I have to do the dishes and cook dinner and all that good stuff. I'm making tacos tonight. So, yeah, I don't know. I just kind of wanted to pop in, say hi, talk about teaching, and tell you guys to be kind. And don't be stupid. Don't ask stupid questions. They say there's no such thing as a stupid question. That is a lie, you guys. There are certainly such things as stupid questions. I know I owe you guys a video about, I don't know if I told you this. I owe you guys a video about being on the radio last week. I owe you guys a video that's an update about how things are going with the dissertation. I just owe you guys some videos. It's been hard for me to make videos. I've been tired, and I feel guilty asking Joe to be like, hey, I'm gonna go sit in the bedroom for a half hour and make this video. I feel guilty doing that, so I'm gonna try. I really want to get back into doing a video every day, so we'll see how that goes. But I got stuff planned. I have things to talk about, and I'm looking forward to that. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you all soon. Mwah.